So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can add content. Okay. So far we have added a couple pictures on here, and now it's time to add some content. Okay. So what you're going to do, you can either click the photo video button, or you can click the status where it says write something. So anytime you're adding a photo album or just a regular video, you can click this right here. But I'm going to go to the status, and I'm going to click the status and show you that you can actually add pictures. You can add a little emoji, how you're feeling. You could check in for the location that you're at. And because I changed my settings, excuse me, because I changed my settings to allow me to be able to narrow the audience that I want to see this, I am going to do that because I want to target a specific audience. When you have a brand new page, you want to make sure that you're targeting a very specific audience. I know that I'm reaching out to women who are small business owners, entrepreneurs, artists, writers, and freelancers, marketers. And so I know who my audience is, and I can narrow it down and put those interests that I just said into that. So I'll show you that in just a second. So here I can add a photo, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some photos that I already have just to make it easier on myself. I have a whole file specifically for this. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to say, how about Gratitude Friday? Nah, I think I'm going to, excuse me, I think I'm catching a cold. I apologize. So what I'm going to do is I already have the logo on there, but I'm just looking at what I can put on here. Okay, Motivation Monday's good. Okay, so I'll let them know about the podcast. I'm going to open that. Okay, and I'm going to type something. So it's going to upload the picture for me. I can tag products in this photo, by the way, but I'm not going to because I don't have any products set up. You can indeed set up products, but I'm not going to show you how to do that yet. It's more advanced. Okay, so I'm going to write every Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so what I've written here is just a little intro to what the podcast actually is. Your Passive Legacy podcast every Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about how you can quit trading your time for money and start living the life you love and the legacy you can be proud of. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say I'm feeling excited. Okay, then here I can even add a messenger button. Add this messenger button to your post so people can reply directly in Messenger. I don't really want to do this because I don't want to answer a bunch of messages about the podcast. The podcast is live, so I can actually answer the questions during the podcast. Okay, but I am going to narrow the audience. So by doing this, I want you to see that there's age restrictions and there's newsfeed targeting. So remember when I said I'm looking for small business owners, small business, or I could even say small business that is an interest, small business, entrepreneurship, Entrepreneurship, marketing. Okay. You know, I could say Facebook business, but I'm going to say marketing. Facebook business as well. What else? What else would we like? Oh, I'm just going to leave it at that because that's a pretty good gauge on what my people are interested in. Okay. So now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to change the age because I don't want 13-year-olds to see this. I want it to be, let's say, 30 and up. And women. But you know what? Like, women are going to see it anyway. So I don't really think that that's important to gauge just women. Um, but in this case, I'm just going to say women. Locations, I'm going to say United. Oops, can't even spell my own country. United States, United Kingdom. I'm just going to leave it at that. English all, because you want all English. British English is a little bit different than American English, but you want all types of English. You can even choose more demographics, and I am going to do that because the relationship status, I could say she is married or she's engaged or, oh, where'd you go? Married, engaged, in a relationship. You know what? It doesn't even really matter. She can be single. Okay. But because I just want to make sure that I have all the relationships, that's just more demographics for them to choose from. Education level, I do want her to have at least an associate's degree because, or at least a high school. But I'm just putting the education level in there. I don't actually want in college because the women that are in college are going to have less of an interest in being a business owner. So I don't really want to spend my time some sort of professional degree. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to save. So now we have a targeting. We're targeting women who are 30 to 65. Usually I do 35 to 65, but we'll do 30 to 65 because I can't discriminate against my own age group. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, instead of publishing, I can publish this right now, or I can go to this downward arrow, okay, and I can put schedule, backdate, or save as draft. And what I'm going to do, I don't want to backdate it, but if you ever needed to backdate something, it would probably be because you want to make sure that all of your content is sequenced. It looks like it's posted on a specific time. Then you can backdate it. There's a lot of reasons why you would backdate, but then you would go to, I'm going to go to schedule, okay? And here you can see that you can actually schedule your content, okay? So you can actually choose to stop the distribution of your content. So if you're running a campaign, you can actually stop the content at a certain time so that it's not showing on the news feed anymore. That's entirely up to you. And if you would like to do that, then you can go ahead and do that. Okay. But right now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule it for today, but I'm going to schedule it for 10 a.m. And actually, you know what? Here's a little secret. When you're scheduling something, make sure that you're not scheduling it exactly on the hour, because people can tell that that is then scheduled content and you will get less engagement. So always schedule at an odd time, like 10:21 or 9:32, you know, if around 9 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, around 11 o'clock, around whatever time you're trying to schedule for. Okay, so I'm going to hit schedule. And then, as you can see right here, it says 1 scheduled post. Now you can choose to see the post if you would like. And this is what it's going to look like. It'll show you, okay, on September 16, 2017 at 10:22 a.m., you are going to have this be your your post. Okay, so you can actually create a post from here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I will post another one. Now you can actually do live video if you would like to do that. That's entirely up to you. You can also offer products, but like I said, since this page is brand spanking new, we're not going to focus on that. Okay, so this is another way that you can schedule some content. Awesome. We have just scheduled our first piece of content. You can actually go back to the main page, okay, and you have a scheduled piece of content. Awesome. All right, so we're going to move on to the next thing.